This is the life. Bright sun, the salty sea breeze, the crashing of the waves on the sand. Although, I can't help but feel like I'm forgetting about something. Ah, crap, Junji Ito monster analysis. Alright, just gotta think. Who should I cover next? Nah, I've already done her. No, gonna save that for a channel milestone. Maybe. Oh, this will be good. The world of fashion and modeling is an interesting one. Though it might not seem like it at first, it can be very cutthroat. A lot more eat or be eaten than it may seem on the surface. Kinda reminds me of the subject of today's analysis, and this one's a favorite of mine. So let's welcome the lady of the hour with a great big toothy smile and say hello to the world famous fashion model with an unforgettable face, Miss Fuchi. Miss Fuchi is a recurring character throughout several of Junji Ito's works, who made her first appearance in the short story Fashion Model. Fuchi's inception is quite an interesting one, as we learn in an excerpt from Ito's autobiography, Uncanny: The Origins of Fear. The idea for the story originated while Ito was flipping through a fashion magazine and stumbled upon a photo of a model that made him feel uncomfortable. There was just something off about how the picture looked. But for her actual appearance, Ito took inspiration from an old childhood character of his named Beamzo, who had a similar facial structure, and an unused story concept that would have featured a woman with shark-like features that ultimately was scrapped after a recent shark attack in the Sato Inland Sea. Fuchi is one of Ito's most iconic and popular characters, having 2 stories of her own and supporting roles in 3 others like Mystery of the Haunted House and Rumors. And like Blackbird, Fuchi is one of my personal favorites of Ito's monsters. She just has such a memorable design with a fearsome presence, and when she actually shows off her teeth, you know a bloodbath is about to ensue. Fuchi's general appearance is very tall and slender. And when I say tall, I mean tall. Like, good fucking lord, it's a good thing this woman is not on the court. That would just be unfair. She has long, straight blonde hair that falls just a bit past her shoulders that tends to become more unkempt and wild when aggravated. The most defining thing about Fuchi, however, is her facial features. She has a piercing, blue-eyed stare and a long, sharp chin, and if that wasn't intimidating enough, she also sports a mouthful of many long needle-like teeth, harkening back to the whole shark woman idea, it would seem. Kinda hot, not gonna lie. Despite her slim and unassuming physique, minus the height, Fuchi is an absolute beast, sporting supersonic speeds when she runs, brute strength that can allow her to tear people to pieces with absolute ease. And you would think that would be enough, but nah, just add teleportation to the mix as exhibited in Fashion Model Cursed Frame, and you easily have one of the most horrifying entities in the entire Ito-verse. And to add to the horror, Fuchi seems to display some level of omnipotence in the same story, as the main character just speaking ill of her was what caused her to manifest in their home before brutally murdering them. So yeah, let that be a lesson of talking behind people's backs, I guess. Being a fashion model, Fuchi puts a lot of value into her looks and takes her work very seriously. For the most part, she actually tends to be pretty sociable and can get along with others fine enough, but is prone to outbursts of frenzied rage when provoked enough, mainly tying back to her vanity, as she only started getting frustrated in the initial story when her scenes kept being put off in favor of her co-star of the film they were making, or the mentioned insults of her looks in Cursed Frame. She also detests being spied on, as she gave poor Suichi a scare in Rumors after he accidentally took her photo that he didn't even realize she was in. In a stark contrast to her brutality though, she speaks very calmly, and can even be a bit flirtatious, like at the end of Fashion Model. After slaughtering like 2 people. Gotta give this one props though, because despite being this all-powerful entity, she's not above just having a normal job and socializing, even if she can be a bit brutal, but A for effort at least. Fuchi is one of the few recurring characters of Junji Ito's, and has actually appeared in 4 other stories after her initial debut. She has a minor role in Rumors, where her photo is posted on the classroom chalkboard by Shuichi, disturbing his classmates, and leads to rumors that she takes mud baths in a local swamp, which unfortunately for Shuichi, later on turned out to be true in the end. She also appears as the estranged wife of the haunted house owner and the mother of Binzo in The Mystery of the Haunted House and its sequel, which are actually revealed to be dreams by Shuichi in the end. Probably after the whole Rumors incident, I guess. Fuchi's most recent appearance as of late was in Fashion Model Cursed Frame, a bonus story included in the short collection Shiver, where she actually once again serves as the primary antagonist. The story Fashion Model has also been adapted into an episode of the Junji Ito collection, where both her English VA Terry Doty and her Japanese VA Mami Koyama both have some major credits to their names. Like, good God, there is a long list for both of them being in so many other shows, so kudos to them. And with being one of the most iconic and recurring monsters of Ito's, she's naturally had her fair share of merchandise over the years too, even going so far as being a legendary skin in Dead by Daylight for the artist, introduced in the Junji Ito DLC and voiced by Sarah Nightingale. Well, that's about it for now. Like I said earlier in the video, Fuchi has always been one of my favorites, right up there on the podium with Blackbird. It's been really fun just taking a deep dive into a bit of her history, and I hope we'll get to see more of her in the future in some way or form. I guess we'll just have to wait and see for now. Well, see y'all later, and don't forget, true beauty is only skin deep, and be mindful of what you say about others. It just might save your life in the end.